Wow, 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 wow. All right, a little short but sweet today. Probably about 2.5 hours. And then 3 days of family time. I feel bad, man. The guy I'm renting from is coming to visit to help like set up the end of the house and buy some stuff and bring some stuff from the basement, etc. that he wants at his house. So it's like a 7-hour drive essentially. Yeah, it was about a 7-hour drive that he's making twice in one day. Unreal. Unreal. You should be here by 2, and then he's gonna leave again, probably by 5. So this is where I had my most recent crash. Alright, what are we doing today? I'm not gonna do the Dogtown stuff, getting into Phantom Liberty. It's just not the time. So I could finish off Pan Am. I'll go check on what's going on with Judy. Alright, let's just try to get everything to like their climactic points. It's kind of the goal right now. And then have a series of mini finales. Is the car gonna ask me to slow down again? Oh, this is the shooting from before. I remember that. That's like the corner where that shit goes down. I hope the Judy's apartment thing works now that I finished that Voodoo Boys thing. My Delamain car is armored and unstoppable. It's a nice time of night. 8:30 p.m. Those pinkish hues around twilight. These people think I'm gonna like stop and pause for them. Are you crazy? You understand that I'm the protagonist here? You think I'm gonna like pause in traffic and wait for you to make a turn? Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your goddamn skull? I'm always so fascinated by all these tall buildings. I know most of them you can't go into, but I'm always like, ooh, look at how many tall buildings are in this area, Watch out for my back. What's going on here, pal? He's kind of trash talking me. What a weird thing to say. Love it. Oh, the dumpster stopped me. It's always convenient. All right, Judy, you be here this time? Oh, mama. Tough cookie. Yeah, I hope this isn't like a time-sensitive thing I missed. Here, the call thing's working this time at least. Go.
In the bathroom.
Bird offs herself to express her undying gratitude to you for saving her ass.
Stop talking. I was only gone an hour.
Yeah, she's too destroyed.
Gotta do something with her. Don't want any trouble. I'm calling the badges. Can you carry her to the bed?
As if that'll change anything.
Come on, Johnny. Pick your battles. Evelyn in the main and generally speaking, Evelyn and the main story have some of like the craziest like screen caps of this entire game.
Jackson Street. No. No imminent danger. Suicide. Tomorrow? No! Today! What part of dead don't you understand?
It's crazy,
No,
man.
she was not pronounced dead by trauma team.
Poor Evelyn.
If she'd have had coverage, we wouldn't be talking. And fuck you. If you don't want to move your asses, why don't I come down to the precinct and trash it into bits?
The weird
Now
thing about
will
having
you come
Judy
and
as a
arrest me,
relationship
you
partner
pussy?
is that she clearly likes Evelyn and like clearly loves her. So what are you in that
Fine.
circumstance?
I don't give a fuck what you write me up for. They'll be here soon.
You know what I mean? Isn't that kind of weird? Am I like the main character of the game is a rebound?
Told me to keep her on ice until tomorrow. Can you believe the balls?
You know, to you, she's your best friend, so it's a terrible tragedy. But they must get dozens of calls like this every
Well, maybe they're
day.
maybe they're just best friends. Maybe I've misinterpreted.
What are you? Their fucking PR rep?
No, just saying.
All three of the conversation options were kind of whack there.
Put something on her. I'd rather she look like a person than a body. Could you wait outside? Close the door, V.
Love.
Please. Bum a cig.
Didn't know you smoked.
Didn't know I smoked.
Quit. It's been years. But right now I need something besides air in my lungs. Please, V, just one.
Fine,
What
here.
the fuck do I care? What kind of teetotaler am I?
That was her smoke case.
Wanna hold on to it?
No,
This is a great view.
you seem to like it. Keep it.
Wow.
Kinda glad it's you that has it, actually.
Hey, buddy. I've been thinking about you. How you doing? Look at this view, man. This city is unbelievable. I wonder if they choreographed it, that the Zeppelin's going over right now for like this scene, or whether that's just random chance.
Fuck, Evie. I let her down. I thought if I gave her some space or time, she'd get back on her feet.
Look at that neck. Her neck looks weird there, doesn't it? Does that look weird? Like, isn't that like a really weird flat neck? Am I crazy? Just a tube? No tendons, no veins? It's like in the book American Psycho, where they think the waitress is really hot until they see that her knees are slightly a level, and then they suddenly find her disgusting. It gave him a 2-day trek. That's amazing. Did you take a vacation? Yeah, you must have been high altitude, right? If you were caught in a snowstorm? All these options kind of suck.
I can't wrap my head around it. Never
Yeah,
saw Evelyn
really
as
high.
the type to give up.
That sounds fun.
Come on. What she went through?
It's the best to get one of those done once in a while, every couple of weeks. So good. So invigorating.
Remember Fingers? How he said Evie was with him for 4 days.
Uh-huh. Did say so.
She disappeared from clouds a week before you turned up. Tom told me later. Couldn't sleep at night knowing that. Kept thinking, what the hell happened to those other 3 days? So I did some more digging in her virtues. Found Woodman. He kept her. had his way with her. The things he did.
Yeah. There's nothing better than
And
stuff like
once
that.
he got bored, he pawned her off.
Sometimes people think that they want to rest. If some people think that they're kind of burned out from work or they're tired, that they want to like lie around and rest. But it's not really like what you need. You know what I mean? Like walking in nature, hiking, like forests, all those things that are different than the day to day. It's like 100% like the most rejuvenating thing to have. I mean, unless you like desperately need sleep and are like actually recovering from sickness or something.
Wait, so you found other recordings?
Had another
How many
look
people did you go
at
with?
The corrupted ones. You know, lots of static. Hard to pick up anything, really. At some point, I stumbled on something like an echo of the spat we'd had.
So
Last
good.
time we saw each other. But I know she wasn't.
Where did you
scored.
sleep at night?
Why was it saved as a virtue?
Got no explanation for it. Maybe she recalled it later, relived it almost. Implant could have been on when, you know, as a defense mechanism, escaping into the past so as not to live in the present.
I zeroed Woodman. Didn't plan on it, just how the chips
I
landed.
punched him with my bare fist. He
Glad
still
I did,
died.
though.
So weird.
Me too. I can't even imagine. Still, it's not enough. There's so many more like him.
Nice.
Gotta be something I can do about it.
They old friends of yours?
What?
Don't know yet. Think I'll call
Childhood?
Suze. Thanks, V. Sorry, but I'd rather be alone now. Promise to keep in touch.
Sure you don't need anything?
No, but
God, this looks so
Sweet of you
fucking
to
good,
ask.
man.
Anything comes up, holler on the hollow.
Hollow on the Hollow. That's great, man. Old friends are the best. I actually moved cities. I moved like halfway across the country when I was 9. So it's been kind of hard to have friends that long. So like my oldest friends are from like age 9 to 11 really. Because a lot of the other ones I kind of lost touch with once I hit my teen years. But since kindergarten, those are the homies. I didn't know she had such a good view from her window here. That's another part. That's another cool part of this. When they're making the game, obviously, as I've said a bunch of times, they make the city first, and then you choose which important characters where they live. Okay, well, she needs to have an apartment in a part of town where you can get a view like this for this scene, especially. 5 since kindergarten is really good. Yeah, it's so good. There's a lot of people. To me, whose like closest group of friends is still my high school friends to some degree. Less and less as people get married, it's a little harder for me to keep in touch because I'm not in the same city. There's a lot of people in life who are not in contact with anybody basically who they went to school with, like high school or grade school, or especially high school. Like they don't have a group of high school friends. To me, that's really crazy. Like, what did you do? Did you like reinvent yourself and go into witness protection? As you went into university, a lot of times there's people who want to like rejuvenate or renew their who they are, because a lot of people kind of change their personality to some degree once they go to college. But whenever I hear someone, which is quite common, at least to me personally, when you hear that someone has like no real friends they keep in touch with from high school, they just had such a different high school experience than I did. My high school experience was a very, very close group of guys. Not so much the girls, some of them. I think they've kind of fragmented a little more. She probably thought I'd go up at the door. Nope. Okay, I'm done with my Delamain car. Alright. Let's go talk to River. Almost done. Cool. Great. So now I have to figure out what to do next. Oh, I don't even have slow health regen in combat? I didn't even know that. That's how you do it. You have a really high health regen. That's why you're so tanky. Do you know what a bazaar is? You must. Do you think it's just weird they use that choice of word? Ah, this one. Great, that's the one I was looking for. What do I do next, I wonder? Yeah. It's used rarely. Usually a bazaar is like a market in a foreign. Yeah, I agree. Usually a bazaar is like used for like a foreign country. Like if you're in like Morocco or something, but it'll never be used for something at home. This guy keeps trash talking me. Meet me in the evening on the corner of Pacifica Boulevard and Market Street. So I think I missed him. Where's my car? There it is. Yeah. That's in the country, you know what I mean? Some places have things that look much more like bazaars than other. Bazaar is like usually considered like open market with a ton of different kiosks. That's at least the way I think of. That's at least what I think of when I heard it. But if you look at what Japantown looks like in this game, the part that they're probably talking about is sort of a bazaar. It's a lot of like small kiosks with like shelters over them with just one person selling stuff. So yeah, not typically very Japanese for sure, but what is this guy braking for? It's really good that your game repairs your car whenever you call it, because it's really annoying how much going through traffic in this game like slows you down so much. Again, yet another reason why motorcycles are the best. See? This guy just pulls out in front of me. This is the best. This is my favorite car in the game. I really, really like it. It's so smooth. It's so like low key. I'm really, really happy I finally got it. It's a bit of a rare drop.
Hey V, Frank here.
Oh, I remember this guy. I talked to this guy in like the first 2 hours of the game.
Yeah, sure. Damn, you old bastard. Been a while since...
Listen to the whole message, please. Abernathy's purging the death. Anybody not 100% with her is out. I'm on her list. No idea why.
Here's the real move.
No prisoners.
This is the way you go.
Dismissals. Not about to sit around, wait for the execution. I'm putting together a file to fuck up her life.
This is how you drive.
Got all the documents in a hidey hole. If I don't manage to make use of them, you'll get this message. And the cords. I know you'll know what to do with them.
Car just exploded. The monster truck is really good. There's also like a really big like there's like basically like a 12-wheeler that's really fun to do. I did play this game actually. I played this game at the end of 2020, early 2021. My save files from like the end of February, beginning of March of 2021 when it came out. And like I remember like I felt like my impression of the game was so different then. Like I felt like the whole Johnny Silverhand story like didn't work as well to me. Traffic was like ridiculous. Like half of the NPCs were like stuck in the sidewalk. All these things. I think now the game looks really good. It just seems to like flow more smoothly. I don't know whether it's like I just view it differently. That looks like the same car as mine with different colors. Yeah, it's the same car as mine. Looks kind of weird. I don't know whether I just view it differently or it's like having better graphical performance or just performance generally, but like just everything seems to like just make me happier when I play it now. This is a heavy vibe game. Like I'm just in this world, like really enjoying myself all the time. I don't even necessarily want to get too much story progress done sometimes. I just want to like drive around and just like look at the buildings. At nighttime when it's all lit up, man, it really does it for me. I just can't believe the scale of the city they made. Must have taken years. I gotta wait a full day for River. I'm gonna look around the neighborhood a little bit before I sit down. It's a police department. Like a full building. I wonder how I get in. So what's your newest workout program gonna be? What are you doing now? Can I sneak into the back alley? Oh, you can get in the police station with technical ability. Interesting. I wonder if that's like lockpicking. The big fucker.
Hey, shut it. Don't press genius.
Bullshit. You're a genius. I'm motherfucking dick.
This is a scuzzy place here. Who's this? Hey, Tess.
See who's laughing when I clean chocolate last case.
But we cannot forget, corporations are Night City's largest tax base, contributing 700 billion euro dollars last year alone.
Then I'll bust out a large flat on your back.
What is that? Looks like a grenade. That icon? Weird. I wonder why it's showing up the way that it is. Macroware. Really scuzzy part of town. This is actually really close to like a nice part of town, honestly. That's a Militech building. It's so crazy. It's like a Star Wars ship. Hostile area. What is this? Minus 6% visibility to enemies. That's exactly what I should be using. Better than melee damage resistance. Very good. What is this? This must be some sort of bug. Or there's something underground. Oh. It looks like something underground that I can maybe get to. 3 purples. Interesting. Raid, tactical flak jacket. I have a sniper rifle, but I don't really use it. So I wonder if this is like some sort of fight that I did that I don't recall. Chocos? I don't think so. I used to get Count Chocula when I was a kid. Have a big bowl on the weekend. Maybe 2? I don't think I've ever tried Chocos before though. Can't jump high enough there. This building is crazy. I want to do a little circle of it. This is one of the buildings that surrounds the huge central Corpo Plaza. We're like in the shadow of the building now. Do you have it with milk? You're not having like almond milk or something, are you? I actually know there's a guy I follow on Twitter who's like literally one of the most jacked guys I've ever seen. Who's like one of the most like jacked people I follow. Like amateur, like basically amateur bodybuilder, like former army ranger, overall monster. And he says like for most of his like time working out, which is from like his late teens to now his like mid to late 20s, This car's on top of this other car. This is some old school Cyberpunk stuff. Yeah, this is some old school Cyberpunk. He says, like, typically speaking, his like standard post-workout meal has always been like a certain kind of cereal with, and then cereal with milk with protein powder in the milk. It's like just basically covers all his macros. It's really, really quick. It's really delicious. He's just like just been always doing that. Pretty interesting. Definitely maybe consider it. What's happening here? Weathered Menpo. Some Euro dollars. Yeah, exactly. Help, I'm hit. Tony set us up. Almost got me, the fucker. Shit, this isn't how it's supposed to go down. What about Miguel? He's down, not moving. I'm coming for you. Okay, just don't shit yourself. We're wearing fucking NCPD uniforms. Flick the cords. I know where you are. What? How? Tony and I had a deal. Take the Euro and bail it at NC, but offering you wasn't part of the plan. You lying little piece of shit. Yeah. Better be here in the next 5 minutes, then fuck off as far as you can, because I'll never let this go. Yeah, I think I'll pass. Yeah, but I'm a coward who's still alive. Just nothing personal. Fuck yourself. We'll do. Best of luck. Go fuck yourself. Poor Eddie. I love milk. I have, I buy like 3 quarts of goat's milk per week. Have like drink like half of it after meals most days. I don't drink a full liter a day. Maybe half that. This is cool. Scratch Netrunner helmet. I want to see what this looks like. That is crazy. I've never seen this before. Alt Cunningham, who is like the old lover of Johnny Silverhand and like figures pretty heavily into the story as like a Netrunner. She was wearing, when we found her body, this like all white Netrunner full suit. That was so cool, man. Can you guys get raw milk there? Basic Ballistic Muddy NCPD vest, Arasaka approved combat turtleneck. Let's go. Can I get in here? The double jump is like actually, the double jump and the charge jump are actually 2 of the most like clutch things in the game. Just for like overall accessibility. That was something I should do as well. So is this the Militech building? Kind of is connected to it. What is that over there? Here, a conference room. Drink bar? Anything down there? Nice little park for people. All these things I've just never seen before. Yeah, that's so good. That's something I think about a lot. Is like just how different nutrient-wise raw milk is versus normal. There's a number of reasons why raw milk is really hard to find in North America. A lot of it is like just like government rule stuff. But there's a certain amount of fear because from what I understand, the way milk used to be, how they started to do milk in like the early 20th centuries was a little more dangerous and had a little more risk of tuberculosis, etc. But now I don't think the same issues are applicable. But yeah, night and day for how healthy they are. Something I saw recently that was really interesting was a study where people like left raw milk and various like fat content levels of pasteurized milk out like at room temperature for a couple of days, and then you watch the ways that the different milks sort of age, and because there's so many live proteins and live organisms in the raw milk, it basically just turns into clabbered milk and continues to be like a safe product, whereas the pasteurized milk's basically turned into like rotted garbage after like a day and a half. That part was really interesting to me. That was like I think one of the best testaments I've seen so far about some advantages of raw milk. Yeah. So you do boil it still? Do you notice a difference in taste from unboiled to boiled pasteurized milk? Raw milk? I guess it's no longer raw at that point. It was kind of hard to get into this Militech chamber. God, this building is big. This is unbelievable. After I explore this building a little bit, I'm going to get some cyberware done. Yeah, so clutch. What do you mean by it's never safe? Well, what dangers does it have besides, like, say, tuberculosis? Like, if a cow has tuberculosis, the cow is unsafe. The milk is unsafe to drink. But what other things could be risks? Other sicknesses? Oh, I remember this place. This is the Central Market. And so the Militech building's just all above us. That is so crazy. Upside down satellites. Radio towers, whatever. I'm gonna take someone's lunch here. Don't mind if I do. So is the Militech building accessible?
Hey, ten cuidado.
This guy's got the look to him. Damn. Boom, boom, boom.
You blind?
Yeah, I mean, like right from the teat is like, is that even milk or is that cream? Can you get in here? Looks like just a turnstile. This is gonna be restrictive for sure. Yeah. Video games never like turnstiles. It looks like you can't. What building is this? This isn't the building. So is there like a front entry to this building? This doesn't look like it's a front entry if I thought so. Oh. Take a little peek, shall we? Time to get ourselves in some trouble. Yeah, oh, I know that, but I'm just wondering whether you actually boil them. Like, I'm just kind of wondering how raw milk works to some degree. Like, how do you make the milk itself while still removing the cream? Because you can't, because obviously no one's going to drink cream. How do I get this in here? There we go. Oh my god. It's so great that you guys get it from like a nearby farm and you can just drink it. The way it happened to my mom when she was growing up. Oh, these guys don't care about me. Oh, okay.
The hell was that?
I could have just snuck in. Got it. Never mind. Yeah, basically they would.
We're being attacked!
Look at that. Who's left? Should be two guys here. I can't see him. Ow.
Cover me! I'm reloading!
Where's my heal? Yeah, my parents. My mom's farm. You leave the milk out, and they do it for you, and then you get the cream. I can't like. The guys kept like passing through my corpse there. Kept passing through my body while I'm trying to fight them. That's really weird. Oh, nothing. I guess really kind of what I'm curious about is if you still need to do all those things to make milk from cream, to what degree is it still raw milk? Because there's a lot of people who are like big raw milk advocates, you know what I mean? I just don't really understand how, like...
She attacked me!
This guy's so fat, like... It's not the way it's gonna work. So I'm not sure if there's anything I can really do. I want to try to sneak to that door and get in there. Yeah, so if you still boil it once, is it still raw? At that point, no, right? Is this open? Guess no. Huh?
Proceeding to secure the area.
Oh, hey.
I am.
And that guy really took it there.
Kill or be killed.
That's all of them? There's nothing really you can do in here. Is there any ways up? Not really ways in here. There's the one door. But you can't really do anything about it. Can I hack this? Come on. I mean, that's the way some people look at it. And pasteurized milk is certainly safer, but it's also way less, there's way less nutrients in pasteurized milk compared to raw milk. So just different people have different views on it. Most people just pasteurized milk is just like considerably safer. It's just not worth the risk. And that's kind of like been the way it's been for like 100 years now. But I guess really like, I'm trying to figure out how do you make milk from cream and it still be never once boiled? And if it is there like levels of boiling, levels of pasteurization? What's actually considered raw milk? Those are the things I'm wondering about. Anything in here? Nope. This is a crazy design. You just go into this random place with nothing in it that you'll never have to go into ever in your life. But they still have this really, really sick mural there. The little details are everywhere. It's really impressive, man. Like, what reason would you ever have to go into that alley? Here's an open shipping container. Anything in here? No. Sure would be cool if there was. Yeah.
Hey, go fuck yourself.
I've had a lot of raw milk cheeses. Raw sheep's milk cheese is like as nutritious as you could possibly ever hope for. Like one of the great things to have. Alright. Time to get some stuff done here. Let's go to Ripper Dock. Here's the nearest Ripper Dock. There's two here. forget which one is which. It's nice to have ghee made from home. What a great product. There's a lot of sort of like this like trad health. A lot of these sort of like trad health revivalists go on and on about tallow and ghee as like your best cooking oils. I'd be down. Feels weird to buy like a jar of it though. I feel like it's just not quite homey enough. Yeah. Yeah, and there's also like it's kind of in your head a little bit, or in my head a little bit too, but having the milk of like 1,000 cows mixed in versus the milk of one, you lose some purity on like an aesthetic level. I asked my neighbor when I was living in like a very rural part of PEI if I could get raw milk from them. They're like, no, we'll get fined like $5,000 if we do it. But if you want it, I don't know, buy a cow, rent a cow. Not that hard. Fair.
Right. So, as I was saying.
Alright, let's take a look. This is the handle wrap for crit weapons. Let's go front to back. Frontal cortex. We're getting to level 4 stuff now. Currently, this is 8 RAM. This is 14 RAM. Minus 1% cooldown instantly for all cyberware of neutralizing an enemy. Technical ability attuned. Bonus stealth damage and plus melee damage. So for all these, there's no Sandevistan here. So the Newton module will be the best one, probably. Your pulses? What pulses? Arasaka Mark II. These are the Cyberdecks. So that was the frontal cortex. Got it. So these are the Cyberdecks. Arasaka Max 2. Oh, I'm sorry. This is how much it costs. My bad. So crazy, but no RAM. From what I understand, there's a Militech like super one you get from Phantom Liberty stuff. Biodyne Berserk. This is like tank Sandevistan. This is more of a mid-air one for jumping and shooting. This is iconic. Militech Falcon Sandevistan. I mean, it doesn't get better than this. Reflex is attuned. They're all that probably, yeah. This is like as good as it can get. But I won't be able to do any of my fun, clever RAM things. Eventually, I'll probably do it this way. This is the best thing. This is the best one I can get. Yeah, it's perfect. Just what you want. The arm stuff is not strictly relevant because you're just going to use a weapon. These are just like a weapon alternative. So this is, it seems to be tier 4 is the. So what other iconic stuff is there here? Not bad. His recoil is not necessarily there. A lot of these are really used. The hand stuff is pretty useless if you're using weapons. Stabbers. Reflex tuners. Korenzikov. Synaptic accelerator. It's basically just this one. This one's also really cool too. Slows time. Sorry, no. Slows time when your health drops, or slows time when enemy detection reaches a certain thing. I guess those are what we call legumes, right? Tier 4 plus. Ooh. With a full heal. A lot of these are really cool. Get a micro rotor, and then a heal on kill. Except it's intelligence tuned. It's kind of lame. You could use these two, micro rotors and adrenaline booster, plus stamina, plus attack speed. Black Mamba. Yeah, this is crazy. All the ways that body is just like you take a lot of damage, but you're just like an unstoppable force. Really, really cool. Optical camo, tier 1 subdermal. This requires too much. Fortified ankles, reinforced tendons. Do you have better reinforced tendons here? What's the difference? 8 and 20. So I could just upgrade this to get to this, right? Is it going to get me to the next one if I keep doing it? Looks like yeah. So you can buy stuff early and then use these things to keep upgrading it. Too short on those things. Can I buy some of those parts? No. Tier 1. Tier 1 plus. Tier 1. This is little baby stuff. Tier 3, I can disassemble that. This I'll keep because it's for some reason non-lethal. All the stuff I can probably sell. Do it later. All these quick hacks I can probably sell. I got a lot of stuff doing. I was looking at something on this topic. I was looking at something very interesting lately of someone named Dr. Jack Cruz talking about how there's a huge amounts of, I think, southern India that have had like people eating a vegetarian diet for centuries or longer, however. But that a lot of it was because they had like such extremely healthy outdoor living conditions. You were like grounded, you were in the sun, you were outdoors, and it was totally fine. But increasingly, as like people live in like a more wired indoor, what he blames as non-native EMF world, now India has like almost 200 million people with diabetes, etc., which a lot of people have heard about. But he's sort of talking about how some diets that were fine when people lived a more natural life are now not adequately protective now that the people live in a more modern style. And he's sort of saying these are some of the reasons that like these insanely spiking diabetic rates are coming from parts of India. Pretty interesting. Okay, so which of these things do I want to get? There was a couple that are really, really fascinating to me that I would just get now without feeling like it was a bit of a mistake. I'm going to hold off on the cyber deck, although this one is very tempting. I'm going to get the Kuroshi Sentry optics. There's a lot of Kuroshi optics. The Sentry one seems to be the best. There's intelligence attuned. Cool attuned. Yeah, it's the best one. All right, let's get that. How much money do we have? 150,000. Okay. And then none of these are really, really doing it for me. Oh, that's crazy. Melee damage, reflex attuned, stealth damage. Perfect. Okay. And then... It's crazy how much power comes in these cyber optics. I think it was the arm stuff I was looking to do next. This is good, but not necessarily essential. Blood pump, threat evac, black mamba, adrenaline booster. These are the ones I was actually thinking about. Upgrade the micro rotors. Yeah. I don't think I can upgrade that again. Yeah. So then I'll get the other thing, the adrenaline booster. Yeah. Get that. 28,000. It's getting expensive. Is there a third part I want to get? My weight's too high now. So the problem is this. Interesting. I wonder how you build this up. Alright, that's enough for now. Spend like a cool 60k real quick. Yeah. We're basically talking about the same thing. Like, modern living is like the cause of so much disease. Yeah. Our bodies aren't as resilient as they used to be. Spend too much time indoors. Far too inactive. Don't push ourselves. Okay. Ooh, I can upgrade these too. Sure, why not? That's the best one. Nice. Boom, 92 armor. This is gonna make me a lot more useful. RAM upgrade. Can I upgrade any of these more? I'm not gonna upgrade this one because I don't really care about this one too much. How about the micro rotors? Can't right now. Adrenaline booster. All right. Sure. Yeah. Okay, it's good enough for now. I'm a new man. Now I just need to keep upgrading my weapon, which is the part I'm having trouble with. I should just use the higher level katana, honestly. Inventory, backpack. Tier 3 club, disassemble. Inventory, backpack. Where's the upgrades? Let's try crafting, upgrades. Satori. Did I use my tier 3 on something? Shit. Oops. I thought I had way more. I thought I was almost close enough. I must have used something else. So this must be 40 street cred. If it's 90%, right? If I get... if you want to be 30... looks like the max is 40 or 45. At this point, it looks like it's 42. Something like that. What's this? Synergy. Respite. Alright. 10 in the morning. Let's go do the... let's go do that river thing. I got about an hour and a half left. I just really need better weapons. Having them be a tier 2 when everything I'm facing is tier 4. I'm just like not chopping people up the way I should. Chickadees bumping into my window as per usual. How far am I going? Another 600 meters? I can do that. I think there's like no... I'm gone for the next 3 days. I have family visiting. until late Sunday. And then I probably have another week or two of Cyberpunk, realistically. And then that's it for like the big games for this year, probably. Looking forward to playing some more old school shit. I might play Doom Eternal again. City Skylines coming out, might play with that. There's a lot of like old school RPGs I've been kind of missing playing. So it's kind of back to the bucket list. The Baldur's Gate through Starfield through this game were like the big ticket games that I was really looking forward to playing, but truthfully haven't been very necessarily. They've been good streaming experiences, but not necessarily much for like the numbers compared to like Valheim or something, which was like much better. What's this? A baseball bat? It's a tier 4 baseball bat inside a garbage can. I love it. So yeah, back to some kind of like smaller and more random stuff for a while. XCOM 2 maybe, City Skylines, yeah, Doom Eternal, Shining Force 3, maybe some old PlayStation RPGs. Time to get weird with it for a while. I got a big Steam bucket list of games I've never played. Yeah, I would like to play Red Dead 2. I've never played it. That was always the game I thought I might be able to get my dad to play. But like boomer age parents, like you can't even if it's something they're gonna like, they're just never gonna start on it. This is something I realized.
Wow.
I bought some computer games for my like stepdad. Yeah. What was that horror game you talked about? Like the surgical one? What was that called? That's the one, yeah. I'm gonna check it on. I'm gonna mark it on Steam. My sword's not cutting people up enough. The guys with skulls on them aren't dying fast enough.
Hey, V.
Yeah, I'm gonna mark it.
How you holding up?
Been better.
Okay.
I know. Probably not hard to tell.
I know this ride. He's already been
What
in
happened?
Needed someone to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
First, take a look.
It's like nods, and he puts them in my brain. Oh, okay. Give me a link.
Hello, my name is Arif Iqbal, and this is WNS News. Today's story. A routine roadside inspection led the NCPD to the trail of a dangerous abductor and murderer.
Sure. That sounds fun.
The incident occurred at the intersection of 7th and 15th Avenue. The following police footage was captured.
I don't actually know what that is.
1038, I repeat at 1038. Registration 2AA6244. We're exiting our vehicle now.
Copy that.
Out of the car! Hands up!
Easy, officer. Relax.
Shut your mouth!
This guy, he's gonna kill those cops somehow.
We have a 1053 and a 1054. I repeat, a 1053 and a 1054.
Who ran? Oh, never mind. Oh. What's happening here?
The boy from the footage is LeVar Martinez, age 17. His parents reported his disappearance over a month ago. Unfortunately, LeVar's life could not be saved. His body could not withstand the severe septic shock he suffered. Autopsy reports revealed the teenager was given dangerously high levels of hormones, anabolic steroids, and stimulants. The possessions and genetic material of 7 other missing teens.
Septic shock is such a rough way to go. You must feel so terrible.
Anthony Harris. Unfortunately, their fates remain unknown. Although the criminal widely known as Peter Pan survived the gunshot, he has not regained consciousness, making interrogation impossible. Please stay tuned to WNS News for developments in the story.
An old case? You were looking for him?
Never heard of him. Didn't cross my desk.
What's the problem if they caught the guy?
My nephew, Randy. Disappeared not long past.
Ooh, harsh.
And what you
I love this
saw,
cop shit, man.
The kid was wearing Randy's shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
The inner city cop. Homicide.
Randy's.
It's a great game genre and like movie genre.
Know anything else?
My sister and I don't get along that well. I don't know much. Just wish I could have been there for her when she needed it most.
What, they figured you'd get emotional and kept you off the case?
More like a restraining order. Won't let me anywhere near it. Gonagle took the lead on it. Lazy ass gonk. And so far, he ain't accomplished shit.
This guy's a good voice actor. He's like pulls off the cheesy dialogue like Choom and Gonk. Still seems like a brooding dark dude.
No way I'd let this lie.
I know.
Alright, gotta pump this guy up a little bit.
That's why I'm asking for your help.
So what do we need to do?
End of
Can't
watch?
interrogate the guy because he's a veg, but we can view his dreams.
Sorry, dreams?
You heard me. Come on, I'll explain on the way. It's an experimental procedure, but it's already...
Is it Western or Indian?
They record dreams that can be
Chinese?
played back as BDs.
Korean?
Got access to these
Nigerian?
dreams?
Not yet, but they keep them in the lab we're headed to now.
Persian? Canadian? Oh, Jake Gyllenhaal. She's got, look at that bright outfit. Good for her. Boom. Is it like night? Oh, the pavement moves. I've never even noticed that before.
Got an appointment?
Not exactly.
Is it like Nightcrawler?
Going together, but not through the main entrance.
I didn't say Hollywood either.
Oh, we're gonna break the law.
We'll find a different way in, and then hustle out quick. Never actually been here, so I'll need your help.
Oh, this is the building I was at before. This is crazy fucking synchronicity. I guess not really. I was across the way looking for this place. Alright, get away into the lab. Technical ability doors at the back. Can I climb up there?
Yeah.
Go. Maybe one of these shutters. There's always a way in. Can I jump further? That window's not open for sure. Yeah, Nightcrawler was really good. That's a good Jake Gyllenhaal movie, because I think Jake Gyllenhaal does not want to be liked. So that's a good movie where he gets to be sort of like a fucking weirdo. I respect that flavor of actor. To some degree, it's kind of like the Johnny Depp. To some degree, it's kind of like the Johnny Depp Leonardo DiCaprio. And like everyone thought I was a pretty boy, so I want to do as little as possible that makes me seem pretty.
Great. What now?
We find our entrance.
They have an audit today. Should be a ghost town. I need to be quiet.
How'd you know about the audit?
I did my homework.
Can I get in here? Oh, we gotta climb here, huh? Oops. The Covenant? What's it about? Oops. Same thing happened. Oh, he's already in there. He's like, what are you doing, dude?
Know where they're keeping the BD?
Likely the room where they edit the autistic kid's dreams. Should be labeled as Anthony Harris.
Oh, shit. We're really giving this place the once-over.
A few of these rooms we probably don't have to bother with.
Cheeky little gun over here. Take it. Patient transported to hospital 18 minutes after suffering missile wound to the hand. As the missile penetrated multiple brain layers, a temporary pulse cavity immediately followed. Due to rapid intervention, intracranial pressure was reduced and inflammatory damage to brain tissue was avoided. Despite a successful intervention, the patient remains in a coma with estimated chances of waking at only 0.6%. In the event the patient does wake, likely complications may include paresis in the right side of the body, vision. Estimated... A novel phobia, fear of the number 91. In recent years, the list of commonly feared numbers such as 4, 13, and 66 have grown to now officially include the number 91. While the phobias of other numbers have origins well studied by fact, e.g. tetraphobia derives from the fact that the Chinese words for death and 4 sound similar, we can only still hypothesize about the rise of 91. Patients afflicted by a phobia of the number 91 often complain of recurring nightmares in which a giant countdown reaches 91 then suddenly stops. When they attempt to restart the countdown, it transforms into a bright yellow board with vermin crawling over it. The shared experience has already spawned unproven conspiracy theories, which among other things claim that the dreams are transmitted via either electromagnetic waves, the digitized minds of an mysterious net intersect, rogue artificial intelligence, or classified nanochips installed by NetCorp agents. None of these outlandish ideas contain a grain of truth, of course. What is it that causes the phobia to manifest such intense reactions? How much yet remains unknown, but as so many scientists often claim, the truth is out there. So without full knowledge of the phobia's origin and its underlying factors, how can you treat it? Studies thus far have shown promising results for conditioning patients via induced dream states in which the number 91 is inverted to the number 19. It's so simplistic. Although this method remains in clinical trial, experts are optimistic the 91 success rate will only continue to improve. Military movie, Marines get an Iraqi translator, they get ambushed and Jake is captured, but that Iraqi translator helps Jake and carries him on his shoulder for miles, risking his life and saves him, but becomes a high-value target by terrorists, so Jake then goes back to help him get out of there, get to America safely. We're getting into like the late phase of dealing with the Iraq War, in that now we're trying to take a more nuanced and balanced approach, where before they would just be like horrifying, dirty terrorists, you know what I mean? Now we're taking a more nuanced, balanced approach after 20 years of invasion. We're maturing. Okay, so we got an audit. Pediatric autism therapy. Her invaluable work has paved the way for more effective therapy applications than the established behavioral methods, clearly surpassing all supportive methods and substantially building upon traditional approaches such as music therapy. I speak for all of us when we say we're extremely proud of Dr. Packard's scientific achievement, but also more importantly, proud to see the huge inflow of warm letters from happy parents. Give the good work, everyone. Eugene Kuzma. Project decisions. The following projects have been greenlit to continue this quarter: neurotransmitters and selective countermeasures in combating the effects of stress, cybersarcosis, audiovisual stimulation, autism therapy, limited environmental stimulation, and treatment for antisocial behavior. We've decided to suspend research into transcendental meditation. All those involved in a project will soon receive a more detailed report about the indefinite suspension information regarding new project allocations. I actually have heard of a number of people who actually find transcendental meditation to be like a very, very useful thing. Okay, good night, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, and I'm glad you had the hike. Very good to get out there. I know Jerry Seinfeld, David Lynch, a number of people who use transcendental meditation as like a midday refresher that really, really helps them. There's even a book by David Lynch. It's a small book called Catching the Big Fish, which is about it. Here's a staff member has taken our neurotransmitter research files from the facility with the likely intent of selling to a third party. As such, all lab employees will be required to take a polygraph before leaving the facility, led by our own Dr. Al Tolliver. If Al finds anything trouble, this must be... I wonder if they did the save, because that's it. Because that's like the critical thing. No jokes, I mean this in all seriousness. Let me emphasize, do the polygraph work before leaving work, then you're free to get in your nap, showers, lap dances, or whatever it is you people do in your off hours. Have a pleasant day. This week's audit. They're doing an audit every week. A little crazy. Why is it still red? So what about the what is this? Revere Courier Services. So how do I get to that Rach Bart? How do I get to that Bart Moss collective page? They're giving me shit about. Can I get in here? What's that mark? Is that literally are they literally telling me the cabinet I have to go to? Teachings of the Temple. Sorry to cut the project about Dr. Lynch. See? Transcendental meditation, Dr. Lynch. Is that a coincidence from what I just said? I think not. Sometimes the world provides. Sometimes the universe provides. The welcome truth that sleep and death are twin sisters, beneficent, healing, and vivifying, is gradually making its way through the scientific as well as the religious world, bearing on its winos faith and trust in the fundamental lays of life which underlie all phenomena, and casting down forever the great moloch of fear which stands at the gate of all men's minds, ready to devour each child of hope which has been conceived and born in the joy of life. This is some crazy shit. Time and space are annihilated in dream life because of the rapid action of the energy of mind when freed from bonds of matter, and life in a state of dream is a foretaste of what life may be when the coarser grades of matter which now hold the embryonic god-man in bondage are refined, and the energy which now must act under all the difficulties man has ignorantly thrown up by unnatural, unwise methods and practices through countless incarnations will then be guided and controlled by the higher spiritual will of man. For the perfecting of a body is much superior to the bodies of the present race of mankind, as the latter are superior to those of the animal creation. Thank you. I totally retained that. I totally retained and learned a lot from that. All right. Got another computer. Some medical forceps. A little chest over here. What's in the chest? Nothing? Can I get in there? What a fucking ripoff. Why is this one also the same red color? Messages. No. Security update. Policy of staff read. Project decisions. Same shit. This is the room I started in. This is the room I still can't open. Can't get in here either. What are these fucking things in the map? So weird. Bathroom. Front door. That's my kind of music right there. Outer space, my life in orbit. Alright, I'll bite. What's life in space like? Comfortable. Of course, not everything a bed of roses. Gravity below 1G isn't great for your bones or muscles. Synthesized food isn't to die for, and stuff from Earth is as rare as it is expensive. If you live in a private orbital station, congrats, you're richer than me, you'll always see the same faces. But if you live in a hybrid station like Crystal Palace, you'll have to live with corporate bachelor parties every weekend. But don't let that put you off. They're more upsides than downsides to living in orbit. First of all, safety. To get into orbit, you need a lot of zeros in your bank account, which means you won't see legions of homeless people, schizo gangsters, or aggressive joy toys. The exception to that being the lunar colonies, but no self-respecting orbital dweller would ever set foot there. In other words, you can walk outside at night unarmed without security and come back in one piece while undisturbed. Amazing, right? Secondly, quality of service. Quality of service. Anyone in the customer service sector had to rack up an enormous debt to come up here. Their only hope to pay it off within the lifetime is to rake in a lot. I mean, a lot of tips, which means they'll bend over backwards to satisfy everyone. They're like fucking indentured slaves. That's what people were criticizing about, like, the Mars plans. If you're an employer, you don't have to worry that an employee you just hired and trained at your expense will suddenly quit and go to work for the competition a few extra hours a week. Many stations, especially the private ones, simply don't have competition, and if they do, it's basically negligible. Agreements can be made for situations that don't occur. Thirdly, most importantly, no government can tell you. This is like some fucking patrician shit. This is what they say the quality of service reason is, because everyone's like afraid and trapped. No government can tell you what to do, where, and how. Orbital stations are autonomous and governed by their own laws, and there aren't that many of them. If you can afford your own little station, you're the undisputed lord and master of your own little corner of space. If you want to tie the whip help up to a whipping post when they make a mistake, go right ahead. Want 4 wives or 5 wives or 4 husbands? I'm sure you'll have a line of willing volunteers. That guy is not a good person. Here's the advantages. You can do whatever you want. There's no fucking overlords. There's no rules. That's why I came here. Because I spent my life doing dirty things. Brain dance conditioning. Studies that use brain imaging methodologies have shown a progressive reduction in brain volume, but a swelling of the ventricular system and the volume of cerebrospinal fluid produced in people who suffer from cyberpsychosis. Other studies have found differences in the degree of cortical nerve cell depletion between stage 1 cyberpsychosis patients treated pharmaceutically and those who received brain dance conditioning. Increased loss of cortical nerve cells was detected in those using pharmaceutical treatment, from which it has been concluded that brain dance conditioning has a neuroprotective effect. Okay. Melissa Rory, latest research. Based on the latest research, the subject experienced that patients suffer from relapses of antisocial behavior. The recommended treatment approach is limited environmental stimulation, increases doses of neuroleptics. I'll remind you that this is not an isolated case, but a fairly common problem among members of MaxTac. The NCPD is pushing for more resources put into cyberpsychosis research, but our facility simply cannot accommodate an uptick right now. And friendly reminder, please email your applications for overtime next quarter by no later than tomorrow. Okay. Ooh. Is it this cabinet? Overtime, voluntary versus mandatory? Rip. Alright, what do you got here? Okay, so 3 or 4 of the emails in each one are the same. He knows where to go. You read Kuzma's email and congratulated Yawen? Eugene must have been very pleased with her strides. I'm not surprised. I mean, she goes up with a cop and all of a sudden gets an NCPD contract. What are you quinketing, huh? Exactly. People are sending bitchy message to each other. I saw a very funny tweet today, which was work emails are turn-based combat. I was talking yesterday about how... What's going on here? Is this the kid's room? I was talking yesterday about how... increasingly as like video game terminology enters the mainstream, things like that become like people who have their feet in 2 different worlds can make, I don't know, can make comparisons like that, and I love it. As someone who's been playing video games for so long and so into it, I love to see it happen. Theory of imperil, though overly simplistic and never formulated among the lines required by modern scientific inquiry, is in fact useful as a general principle. Scientists today are all too ready to consign visionaries of previous ages to the dustbin of history simply because they deal with questions of spirituality, putting them supposedly at odds with contemporary theories. If indeed a person has a self, how can we therefore doubt that the self affects the body? If it exists, then we must exercise influence. In fact, this was proven only a few weeks ago by a group of scientists at the University of Toledo. A study conducted on a laboratory mouse showed a correlation between regular meditation and a 20% increase in lifespan. Paleography, sensational mice in Toledo. This is where the kid was for sure. Sad. Perfume. The same creepy BD chair they use everywhere.
Hey, River! Think I got it!
Found something?
It's creepy.
Not
It's
yet.
kid's fucking room.
Anthony Harris. Let's try these drawers.
Say, River, why not just have a janitor crack a door for you?
Same thing. It's also breaking them.
For sniffing around somebody else's case. Yoan!
What are you doing here? You got kicked off the force.
He didn't tell us that.
Just suspended, actually.
And who might you be?
I'm calling the actual police.
Oh, wait. Hear me out, please.
Seriously, River? You weren't in enough trouble already?
Harris kidnapped my nephew.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But we store evidence here, and we have strict protocols.
Protocols. Talking about his nephew's life here. A child's life.
This is an ongoing police investigation. Go, please. Get out
Listen,
now.
you work with badges, right? You know what they're like. Feed them analysis, they'll shit out failure.
This type of thinking is the very reason we live in a lawless city.
Lawless? Remember your first med school exam? You know the one. Passed it with flying colors. Gotta remember it. Ladies' room erupted in flame.
What, did she carry?
They evacuated everybody for 2 hours.
I cannot believe you would throw that in my face. I never wish to see you here again. Especially you.
Me? What did I do?
This man, he
Oh.
only takes. He never gives anything back.
River and I get along, we're friends. Hasn't let me down yet.
Huh. I thought us friends too.
That why you're refusing to help him out?
Ooh.
Harris's dream, BD. Where is it?
He isn't dreaming.
What? Why?
A bullet damaged his cerebrum. We get only dissonant urges. Pieces.
What's going on here? River's losing his shit.
I'd like to...
Try audiovisual stimulation.
But he isn't on the spectrum.
A favorite
He's
song
fucking
or movie
focused.
helps
You see
reach
him?
The kids. Might be worth a try.
I am aware of the similarity. hypothalamus stimulation and hormone.
Look at this
adjustment.
posture. What are you doing?
But Harris is not a child. I have never tried the procedure on an adult.
Any reason you haven't?
Because, unlike River, I went to med school and studied neuroscience. And not by reading about it over someone's shoulder on the metro.
Let's try it.
We don't even know his preferences.
I'll find something. That mean you're willing to try?
Just go. I'll open the front door for you.
Let's ride, V. I know exactly where to start.
Okay.
Say, by the way, what do you know about biochips? Arasaka's relic in particular.
Well, it's designed to store a person's neural engram. Sorry. Just imagine copying over a person's memories and personality.
Right, I get that. I'm more curious what happens if the stored engram overwrites the engrams of the chip carrier.
Overwrite? I'm not even sure that's possible. Why do you ask?
Nah, never mind. Not a big deal.
The chipmunks are back. Scooping up my hard-earned seed money. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. That Johnny Silverhand section where you restorm Arasaka Tower the first time, just plugging people with one-shot headshots, that was so fun. I feel like such a badass shooting that gun. Okay, maybe I should use the front door. If I play Doom Eternal again, like I was speaking about a few minutes ago, that probably will be enough to make me have to buy a new keyboard finally. Doom Eternal was the game, having played like almost 500 hours of it, that I was like, okay, my spacebar and shift key, which are jump and dash respectively, both which are double tap features, we're both like, oh, they're feeling a little clickety-clackety now.
Okay, let me hear it.
So, got booted off the force.
Suspended.
Suspended. Mayor's death stank to high heaven. Inquest into, kicked under the rug.
This outfit's gotta go. It ain't it.
So, I made a fuss.
Not worth asking how you feel about that.
Nope. It's just,
Nice old Night Drive, my favorite.
it's not easy for me to talk about what's biting at
Oh
my
no,
ass.
another sensitive companion.
Fair enough. Could tell me where we're headed, though.
Can you give us like one strong silent type in a game like this for dudes like me?
She thinks he just ran away from home. For now, keep the kidnapping between us.
Tell me about Randy. What kind of kid he is.
Petty theft, drugs, running away from home. That kind.
Cop uncles really see the best in you.
There are people who always find their way into trouble. Randy's one of them.
I think that's the...
Gonna tell me why we aren't trying to find Harris's apartment?
That's a house, and I doubt he's keeping his victims in his basement. Besides, we are trying. Want to see if we can find some connection to Harris at Randy's.
Pretty weak lead.
Best we can hope for just now.
Not worried Yawen's gonna toe the line? Rat you out to her superiors?
Used to be friends. Doubt she'd do that. Plus, not that I'd use it, but I do know one skeleton she'd prefer remain tucked in her closet.
Think Yawen will actually help us, all things considered?
Yeah, these tiffs of ours always end up the same way. I'll tell you about it over a beer sometime.
So is this a jail? Is this a jail?
Really out of focus on finding Randy now.
course.
This is the same place I've been a million times. Like, this is Petrochem, right? These are those warehouses I was dipping around. The chipmunks are so beautiful. That's Stripe. I've barely seen squirrels on my property this year. Those little fat chipmunks, common. Blue jays, chipmunks, chickadees in that order are the most common. Next spring, I buy a new webcam and then use this as my nature cam. This will be my wildlife camera, stuck at the window. Where are we going? I guess they don't want to give you too much dialogue while driving because so many people skip the ride, probably. Oh, are we going to that trailer park? Oh, I've never turned down here before. I'm so glad we got that Caliburn Mercman car. So sick. The clothing store here, duly noted. This is the trailer park. No, it's a different one. It doesn't have the same grid design. Oh, I remember this. I think.
All right, this is it. It's sure been a while. Used to come over every weekend. Long time ago.
And changed it all since?
Places like this never change.
Excuse me, I got a clothing store to deal with. Be right back. The V stands for Fashionista. That's how you spell it, right? The old ball and chain told me to scrounge up an air filter. The old battle axe.
You selling new or used threads?
Used. Nobody's willing to ship any new stock all the way out here.
Hey, that's the best kind. Look at these sick jackets.
You just have to tread the highway, peek into the wreckage. Sharp eye'll always pick up something.
Kind of intense. All
Looking
right,
for some decent
River's talking to someone right now, which I'm missing.
You're in luck. Our prices are out of this world. Get it?
Not in wardrobe. Aramid enhanced high collar military vest. Hilarious. It's actually not bad. Bloody piggy cutoff. I'm good. Burn corpo shed dual layer coat. Looks trashy. Durable high collar vest. These are actually pretty sick. Another color of yukata. Tank top that says bitch. Psychotac fiber biker pants. Nope. They don't really have much that I like here. It's not really my vibe. So I'll get these kind of cool spiky things. Should be good. Illegally modded hat with gauge. They changed their hair too. Interesting. Can't have the ponytail with that. Really funny. Alright, see you later. Hey, Johnny.
Neighborhood.
I agree. $600 in a trunk in the front yard. I'll take that. Most of those things are like chronicles of areas. The Long Return, Aftermath of the Great War. I'm listening. Most sources indicate that the governments of Peru, Brazil, and Chile have come to a solution for the so-called nomad problem. In an attempt to prevent the illegal transnational movement and typically temporary settlement of nomad clans across the South American continent, they plan to seal off borders to undocumented persons of dubious origin. Protestations from scholars, human rights groups, and even corporate representatives have thus far been ignored. Some corporations have voiced concerns that stifling the flow of migrant work can lead to economic decline and unpredictable social unrest. For example, some experts predict the local Brazilian workforce will simply be too small to meet the employment demands of ongoing major agricultural ventures. This push for tightened anti-nomad immigration policies comes as yet another heavy blow from South American governments against an already heavily targeted demographic. More information continues to surface about the so-called Long Return, where hundreds of thousands of nomads lost their jobs without warning and had their equipment, much of it personal, not company property, illegally seized by government authorities. Most laborers were relocated from North America specifically for this work, and without corporate support were forced to vacate the hazardous area formerly home to the Amazon rainforest. Oh, that's sad. In a week's time. With their only lifeline suddenly severed and no legal basis for staying, many dozens of thousands attempted to find a way home, even if that meant walking much of that distance. Initial reports show staggering figures for the number who died during this mass exodus. Many still ask why. Who benefits from these anti-nomad policies and border closures if not the South American nations or corporations? Many speculate that lobbyists from Orbital Air and other lunar colony representatives played a key part. Their objective, some allege, is to limit opportunities for migrant contract work, so more will be forced for the sake of survival to accept employment in the notorious difficult labor conditions of low Earth orbit on the moon. Whew. Like one paragraph on a breath. Greetings from depression. I was 15 years old, set to fail 4 of my classes at school, but I could barely get out of bed, much less drag myself to the bathroom and take a shower. At first, my parents were worried, treating me gently, but after a few weeks, the patience began to run out. And that's when it started. Snap out of it. Just go for a run. You'll feel better. Why don't you talk to your friends? Quit feeling sorry for yourself. What do you have to be sad about? Other people have it worse. Words like that, even after 10 years of therapy, medication, a stint in the psychiatric ward, and many relapses of depression, still ring in my ears. Anywhere, anytime, every day, and they still cut just as deep. That resonates with me a lot. Even people giving good advice, like go for a run and exercise regularly, you can't hear in that moment. And it's the hardest thing about depression and ill health, hyperinflammation, malnutrition, all these things which lead to the same feelings, is that you can't get out of them until you get out of them. You know what I mean? So it's hard. You basically, I think, I'm not sure there is a way to get people to snap out of it in their current condition without a remarkable change of scenery. I think that's the most effective way. Like if I had like a 16 or 18 year old, if I had like an 18 or 19 year old kid who just graduated high school and was doing nothing and was like really fucked up and doing a lot of stuff with his friends and like kind of abusing substances and all these things, I think the best use of money there is to like send them on a trip and to send them away to rejuvenate and kind of like renew their circumstances. I think that's the best way out of it. Yeah, silobin, yeah, exercise, yeah, nutrition, yeah, outdoor time, etc. But I think the most important thing is you need a break with your surroundings. I think if people are staying in the same apartment, I don't think things are necessarily really going to change for them. Hey Kylie, no, I haven't set up follower alerts yet. There's a lot of things which I'm just trying to, honestly, for better or for worse, just sort of holding off on until I make it to such a point that it's affiliate.
Joss, I don't know how to say this, but Randy was abducted.
Abducted? But he's alive, right? River! Tell me, damn it!
We're looking, Joss.
They gave us a long time to make that decision. Arguing won't help? What a dickhead thing to say.
Why?
To find any lead we can. Trust me, Joss.
Just don't destroy anything. Randy doesn't like it when anyone pokes through his stuff.
Let's go, V.
The kids are playing outside. Tell them it's time to eat.
What's on your mind?
I think all the women in your life have character.
Simulates the freshwater environment of the Amazon basin from the mid-21st century. The good old days.
That's the trailer. Eyes peeled for details, eh?
Uncle River!
Cute kids.
Monique, Dorian. Hey, guys.
Is this your girlfriend?
Just a friend.
It's funny how people always word it that way. You can't just say she's a friend. Just a friend is always like the way you do it.
Mom's waiting for you at dinner.
Like having friends isn't good enough. You know?
This is their old trailer. Randy moved in when I bought him a new one.
Real hellhole. Like in my good old days.
You check around, I'll check the trash.
Can I click this, please?
Got some kind of key here. Real fossil.
Not quite what we're looking for, no.
Sure. Liberium Arbitrium review. What's that? Pretentious banality dunked in a sloppy symphonic sauce. Chromatic rock pretender at worst, caricature at best. Okay, sure. Heavy Ricks, check. Unique vocal growl, check. Essence of the 60s, check. But all of it gets drowned in a flood of cliched dark tones that's too much for even neo-kitsch gen fans to swallow. There's no punch, no curb stomp of edge. Honestly, by the standards of the genre, it's a fucking lullaby. I'd love to put this review to bed or in an unmarked grave, but I haven't talked the lyrics. Maybe roll my eyes so violently I sprained an optic nerve. Nowhere was it worse than in the titular track Liberium Arbitrium, the band's anthem of the violations of human free will. What's the enigmatic evil depriving us of what matters most in life? Maybe you guessed it, corpse. I yawned so loud I put the singer's growl to shame. The latest album from Tainted Overlord is nothing short of a chromatic rock mix you burned a decade ago, erased from memory, then found wedged under your couch next to a dusty Carlson's burger. Diehards of the band will find something to scratch that itch, but anyone looking else looking for a fresh sound is better off blowing a concussion grenade in a cookware outlet. That person is so sick of their job. All right, here's the bedroom.
Tainted Overlord.
Favorite band?
You know him well.
Used to send him an album every year for his B-Day.
So many little jitters. The old die quietly, their dry hands giving a faint rustle as they fall for the last time. They tend to depart this world in November at the darkest hour of the night when dawn seems just as far off as the spring that will never return. They leave a little behind, a small stack of last century's newspapers, a few chipped cups, clothes already smelling of the casket. Under their closed eyelids flits a muted kaleidoscope of memories, flashing by in no particular order. They die with their gaze fixed on the hardening diorama of a long life that in its final moments always seems to have been far too short. Very well written. It's like very, very like evocative.
Some kind of game here. Shipping code on it. Expensive tech. Randy had the scratch for this?
You're joking.
Oh, the little diamond on the screen wasn't where I should have gone. It just was where River is.
No chance Randy could afford hardware like this. Way too pricey. And we gotta get in. But I doubt anyone knows the password. Can you crack it?
Can't get the key for this now.
Let's move. Let's go.
Don't know how, River.
Damn. Need to try to guess it then. What could he have?
How do I get into the cabinet? Here, let me in.
Who's the girl?
His ex. Natalie. Come on, V.
X in the pic. What's her name? Natalie?
Gonna have to keep trying. Let's move. Let's go.
I'm trying to open this fucking this cabin, this door, but they won't give me the option anymore. Another Tainted Overlord painting. Nothing else in here to interact with. It won't let me open the drawer. This guy's giving me shit while he just stands there.
An Aldecaldo's jacket?
Keepsake. Used to be his dad's.
Can't see anything in here. Second bunk? What is that? Any pills in here or anything?
Oh. Liberum arbitrium. Dark shit.
Sound could use work, but you can tell they put blood, sweat, and tears into it.
See how Johnny's voice doesn't get distorted when you zoom in when everyone else's does? Because it's in your head. It's a nice touch.
B. Randy looks like his tag.
His gamer tag? He's a gamer tag? How many times do you want to pick up the fucking computer? That key. It's getting real creepy over here.
Give his tag a try. B. Randy.
That's not it.
Punch this track title. Liberum arbitrium.
That did it. Let me have a look around.
Too easy. I can't. I'm just, I'm so illiterate. I'm so computer illiterate. Just let me do it.
Something deeply fucked about that cartoon. My skin's crawling.
Something deeply fucked. Volume 1 of the Blades of Doom trilogy. Chapter 1, Ghosts of Ancestral Salvation. A silhouette of a gaunt female figure began to take shape among the ebb of the inky fog. By its long braid, the woman held a severed head, only one eye socket clearly visible. Decay had already begun to melt the face's flesh, exposing the white of bone underneath. The other side fared much better. Then, without uttering a sound, the woman shifted her gaze to pierce the eyes of the weary warrior. Come kill me, I'm ready for death, she said with a cold intensity, prepared to meet her end at last. Edgy, literally. Black metal has produced countless charismatic characters, with the uniqueness of Aidan Burroughs, known also by the monikers Nama and Balbarith, is perhaps in a class of its own in the genre. Vocalist, guitarist, bassist, songwriter, ideologue. Some call him a genius, others a fucking psychopath. When a person like Burroughs becomes defined by polar extremes, it's no wonder when he begins to arouse curiosity outside the metal world. There's no diminishing the lasting mark he's left in black metal, but even music more broadly. Most agree he was the driving influence for a new wave of metal artists and bands like Tainted Overlord, who have managed to claw their way up from the bowels of metal hell to the almost mainstream music scene. 9 messages from Anthony. I meant to call, sorry. Spent half the day sitting in my Thornton. Police had all of Watson blocked off on stock and trap for browsers trying to cross town. I kind of live in an area where I used to go to school, but it looks all different now, so trying to find a way past all those jams made it easy to get around. I hope you're not mad.
He lives close to an old school.
Ain't no problem. I need to help my mom anyways. Do you have anything ready to place? Almost. I just wanted to say thanks. Because in general, I'm just holding on to the thought that there are more people like me out there dealing with the same shit. Why are you helping us anyways? I used to be like you, like all of you. I wasn't spared any of life's cruel twists and turns. First of all, it was when my best friend died. Sorry to hear that. Can I ask what happened? Rare muscle disease. His body just got weaker and weaker until he was a shadow of himself. I wanted to help him more than anything, but there's just no possible way I could. Of course, anyone who could help, he couldn't afford. If he just had the means, he could have bought some new super drug or a new body, or I don't know. Worse luck than the disease was being born to a poor family. Anyway, that's why I do what I do. I couldn't help my best friend, Choom, but maybe there's some people in the world that can help.
Figured out Randy's identity. Sent him the game as a present.
Hey, I hope you don't mind, but I use my admin privileges to find you an RL.
Found in his drawer?
The same. Shipping code suggests the prick sent it from the Badlands.
This guy baited Randy like a pro.
I'm toking again. I don't know why I keep doing this. I'm just a piece of shit. You're a perfectly normal person, Randy. You're just like anyone with a Gannon card, still beating the chest. Remember, I'm always here to talk to you, to understand, to help you. I know you're covering this like you always have. I gotta listen to them comment on every email. From Natalie, thanks for yesterday. The city from up on that tower looks so beautiful. Honestly, I felt speechless, though maybe just because I don't love heights. Really, it was nice. Maybe next time I take you to the city, head to Japan Town, grab a bite. You'll love it once you see it. And oh my god, the restaurant my aunt takes you to so Nova XD. Just let me know. Love you, cutie. Yeah, of course I had fun too, but this restaurant we'll see. Not sure I'll have time. Hard to promise anything, so we'll see. Hey, you know you don't have to worry about Eddie's. We already talked about this. Just let yourself be invited to something nice for once. Love ya. Nice girl. Tell you what, I think your site's really Nova. I think I'm ready to finally meet up in person.
River, are you seeing what I'm seeing?
No. There's no way. Why would he do that?
Not only did they agree to meet, but it looks like Randy was as excited as any kid on his way to a theme park.
This is dark.
Fuck. This creep definitely scrambled Randy's head.
I understand. I didn't have a normal family either. My mom died young and my dad, he just tried to give me a future. It wasn't easy though to make a living on the farm once the cattle pestilence took hold. Eventually it all fell beneath his feet. The cattle, the business, deep depression took his life. I tell you this so you know you're not the only one who lost a father. I understand you so well. The only difference is it was nomads that stole your dad from you, and for me it was corpse and the dirty money grabs. That's why I hide all my activity from cops. Trauma team and biotechnical will be all over me in a second if they knew what I got up to. But I don't have to explain all this to you, Randy. You get it. I know you'll keep all this between us Chumbas. Stay strong, buddy. I know you got it in you.
Natalie must have been the only person Randy trusted.
Can we view this page with a link?
This cruise in the net don't matter, XD.
Some kind of link. The one Randy wrote about?
Let's find out.
It's never too late to change. Addiction can be defeated. Yes, to fight addiction is to go to war for your life, but together, hand in hand, we can emerge victorious. We know who the enemy is, how to outsmart him, his tricks and unexpected blows. We know where he strikes, how much force he uses, weak points, and how to drive him back. For years, we've been researching the most effective strategies to fight drug addiction. Now we're putting them to practice. Together, we can change your destiny, because it's never too late to change. Welcome to Tony's Haven.
A hidden page set up by Anthony Harris.
Christ. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
There was a file.
That's
here.
the video.
Deleted, it looks like, but the name's still there.
That name.
Yeah.
Wasn't the video file on Randy's comp called something like that?
Hey, look. The name of this cartoon matches the missing file on Harris's
gross.
page.
That's what we needed to find for Yawin. V, we've got it.
Randy must have downloaded it.
Sure, but V, don't you get it? This could be the key to Harris's mind.
Here's hoping.
Hey, can you use any of that Netrunner magic to shake anything else out of this?
How? Definitely. 16?
That kind of magician.
Oh, okay. We'll have to manage without it.
That cartoon, River, could be what we've been looking for. Said yourself we need something that'd get
I'm not that
Harris
kind of
back
smart.
in. Send it to Yawin.
Right. Sending it now.
His eyes glowing?
Okay. Says she'll get back to me by morning.
That was fast.
And that I am a son of a bitch. And, come on. Let's grab a bite.
No problem, pal. I turn the music off. Do it later, I guess.
Let's not worry Joss more than we need to, huh? We're hot on the trail. We'll know more tomorrow. That's it.
Dorian, please.
But it really tastes like boogers.
Joss, we're finished.
All done. Off to bed then.
We left some for you, Uncle River.
Thanks, Monique.
Tell me you found something.
Not me to talk about.
I sent some evidence to the lab. There's a chance we could know where to find Randy by morning.
When's the last time you ate?
Yesterday.
Have mine. I'm not hungry.
Thanks. Maybe later.
Want some pepperoni sticks?
River, tell me, and be honest. Will you find him?
Don't look at me.
I will. I promise.
She doesn't have a mech hand. That's
mind
rare.
If he takes Randy's trailer for the night?
No. Sure.
Staying, right? You gotta help me see this through. To the end.
Sure.
Of course I'll stay.
Find your way, all right?
Yep. Gonna go hit the sack soon. Can't be easy, raising 3 kids on your own.
Well, it wasn't any easier with my husband. In fact, the best days were when he didn't come home. There were times I wished he'd disappear for a month, just to not have him hang around.
Must have been a relief then, when he left.
Why did I say that?
For weeks, I cried every night. My
Also
husband was
awkward.
killed. The father of my children.
Yeah, everything's so awkward to say. Just a bunch of awkward, dumbass things to say constantly.
Randy changed. He locked up. Not to mention the other 2 I still had to raise. Life was rough with him and without him. Sometimes there's no solution.
To choose wisely. That's the solution.
Let's,
Even that is a
change
horrible
the
thing to say.
subject. Hang in there, Joss.
So cringe. Jesus Christ.
V, wake up.
Not done sleeping.
Yawin called. It worked. The cartoon. He's dreaming.
You got the BD?
Right here. Slot it in. Jack into the computer. I want to see it on the monitor.
Alright, let's do it.
That doc of yours is quick. Not bad.
What's the matter with you, Anthony? I have to report this. I hope you understand that. This isn't normal behavior. Anthony, you killed Liam's turtle.
No, I didn't.
He was sick. He wouldn't eat, stayed in his shell. I just wanted to help him.
By injecting him with HGH? What were you thinking? Is this something your father taught you? Good people took you in, extended their trust. This is how you repay them?
Chubby buffaloes. We're back, baby.
Your friend died. I understand. But that is no excuse.
Fuck you.
What did you just say?
You stab him in the hand with your fork?
Okay, I've had enough. Principal's gonna hear about this. Your foster parents, too. I see. Like father, like son.
It's not a very nice thing to say to a child. It's like a prison school.
Don't you dare talk about my dad!
That's right, you little shit. I know it all. Farm failed. Dad put a bullet in
This guy's
his
a
head.
fucking
Shut
maniac.
up! Shut up! Shut up! You can't talk about my dad, you prick! You can't! You can! He was sick, weak. I just
Dark
wanted to
man.
help him.
So he's doing the same thing to people then?
Back in Harris's school kid days.
Easy. Just what happened here? The guy, okay, for one.
Mother like son.
2 TVs when he runs over there.
I recognize this shooting. It was a case study back at the academy. Give me a sec to check which school that was. Laguna Bend. Looks like the whole town got flooded in the 50s. Well, at least we know the general area where Harris lived.
Guess that'd be that. Trophy, old one. Dating from 2042, first place in an interscholastic wrestling tournament.
Kid killed with the fork, huh? Right? That's it?
Tony! Where you going now? Come here!
Coming!
Tony, come here!
Yeah, Dad?
You forget something? I asked you a question!
I don't know.
Choline and methionine levels. See anything odd?
Too low?
You were supposed to check before school. What do you gotta say for yourself? Cow's gonna die because of you. Gotta kill it like you killed your mama.
Ooh, this is dark.
I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, just dial up her hormones. And shut off that goddamn cartoon! How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like that, hmm? Half the day I spent trying to turn that shit off.
800 million clues. Such a deeply fucked up place to live as a little kid.
That's our cartoon. Well, Tony really seemed to love it.
Guess that'd be that.
I can't believe they're like... I can't believe they want me to.
Harris looks even younger here.
Tony!
See that? Cow's sick, like the rest.
Where you going now? Come here!
Coming!
Got no way to ID him. Kid's father was a real hard ass.
Looks like a cattle bioscanner for checking vitals.
Get something?
So stressing. It's like kind of like Silence of the Lambs era. That whole period of movies.
People ate meat loaded with this shit.
Yeah.
How many times I gotta tell you not to leave it like that?
Poor little kid.
Half the day I spent.
Supplements in the feed for disease-free livestock.
So nothing in any of these. Do 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 do. It's also like slightly distorted. Reflect the kid's psychosis. This is adult. This is adult Anthony. So Randy's gonna be here.
And where are you up to, Mike?
Dark dude.
Come here, you rascal. You'll hurt yourself. Tony'll take good care of you. Easy now.
That's a lot. Okay. Play pause.
I think this might be the place, V. It's a recent memory. Gotta be his hideout.
Where is he? Bit weird. Over here.
Got some cables.
Okay, thanks for that. Huh? This is the first time this happened before. Oh, here we go.
Got a clock. An hour to midnight.
Where are we? So if we're here...
Looks like Peter Pan turned this farm into a goddamn final bastion.
Okay.
Fuel. Must have been an auto shop or something here at some point.
Where's the heat or sound clue here?
Hearing what I'm hearing?
Trash barge. That's the signal to dump. Has to be a landfill nearby.
People dressed as cows?
Oh, fuck me. Treats the kidnapped boys like cattle.
Brain receiving beta waves. Aren't beta waves what, like, monks start to emit from meditation? And that some people, like, sort of dream, have, like, think is their ideal state?
Another one. Machine controls an injection system for stimulants, hormones, something.
Fire department cert stamp right here. City South. Perfect. Don't see Randy anywhere.
He's got a limp.
Terminal controls the pens. Gotta be another deck somewhere for the mines and turrets. Signage on the farm model points to Petrochem.
To Mike?
City skyline?
Hey, the illuminated towers. Promoting the Us Cracks album that came out then. Colors changed every hour.
I think that might be it.
Okay.
I think we have... Okay, so where do we sit now exactly?
We know Harris still lives near an old school that's now underwater. You can see the NC skyline and the Us Cracks towers from the farm. It's a few miles out. Farm's located near a landfill. We know that too. Shipping code on the game Randy got from Harris traces out to the Badlands. Those towers promoting the Us Cracks album. Colors change regularly, once an hour. So we know the time.
11 at
What's the
night.
point of that? Who cares?
Right. And that puts the
Oh,
farm
I see.
east of the city. Southeast, actually. Stamp on the NCFD certificate was from the southern region. Farm model's a Petrochem design, so that eliminates any others. Which narrows it down to Edgewood Farm. That's gotta be our place.
So...
I slept in the kid's bed? That's creepy.
Just hope we didn't fuck it up. Come on, we gotta go.
Alright. And that, my friends, is enough for today. I got a bunch of stuff to do. And we'll have company soon. So if I'm gonna have some lunch and then diddle around for a couple hours, then have to drive to Ottawa, I'm gonna have to leave. So back Sunday or Monday, probably Monday, I guess. Enjoy a weekend. Ta-ta. Live, laugh, love, etc.